of Russia saying yesterday. The insolent pig, that of course he is referring to Zelensky there, finally got a proper slapdown in the Oval Office. And at real Donald Trump is right. The Kyiv regime is, quote, gambling with World War III.
This is why Zelensky, you can say you didn't like his body language. You can say the body language is maybe, and he rolled his eyes, and maybe that bothered Donald Trump.
Why wouldn't he?
But exactly.
Sitting there watching this barrage of crazy come at him.
And knowing what his people are dealing with. This is what he said to Bret Baier Friday about respecting his civilians and his soldiers too much.
After the meeting.
This is after the meeting. After the meeting, honey, when Zelensky didn't go nowhere else. He was supposed to go to the Hudson Institute, canceled.
Yep.
He was on the phone, though, with Macron and some other folks, and he showed up at Fox News, Bret Baier. He pulled right up here outside. I was trying to pull out. I was like, ooh, recording it like a tourist. I said, is this Zelensky? He had a fire truck. Let me tell you, President Zelensky had a fire truck with him and an ambulance. They were ready. He pulls up. He comes upstairs to Bret Baier, and this is what he had to say about his soldiers.
I think that's very important to understand what's going on. But I respect my soldiers and our people, our civilians who work and support our warriors. I can't say just stop. Nobody will stop because everybody afraid that Putin will come back tomorrow. We want just and lasting peace. It's true. We want security guarantees.
These people know the enemy they're dealing with. They have history here. They were once part of the Soviet satellite system. They understand how this. So if the people on the ground who are living through this war are saying, don't cut a deal with this guy because he's not going to honor it, they know. So listening to Donald Trump, who doesn't know Jack, I mean, by the way, how are those toes doing? Are they still hurting you, Mr. President? Because you don't know what warfare is.
Are you talking about the bone spurs?
The bone spurs. Right? You don't have the bone spurs. So let's talk about that war experience. You don't understanding what this man has gone through and how he's been able to knit together the kind of victories given the reticence, let's be honest, the reticence of the U.S. Throughout some of this as well. And now the abject just rejection of Ukraine is ridiculous.
I would just know at the end of my first year in the Biden administration, we had intelligence that now everybody now knows about that Putin might invade. After the invasion, or even right before, the U.S. offered Zelensky the opportunity to leave. They said, we will get you out. He stayed. Nobody believed that Ukraine, the U.S. didn't even believe Ukraine was going to last 2 weeks. They have lasted 3 years due to the resilience of the people and their president. God bless Zelensky, and I just hope the Americans collectively pull it together in the federal government.